Every one of us knows someone who is suffering from cancer. We have learned how difficult that is for cancer patients to receive information about experts, about services, treatment opportunities, which clinical trials are suitable, and with whom can I talk? Who is actually understanding me, really, in my situation as a cancer patient? A second stakeholder group is the pharmaceutical industry when they are discovering drugs to help cancer patients eventually. This is a very long process. It takes 10 to 12 years from discovery to approval. And also here, information and insights are sometimes lacking. Enrollment into clinical studies is also challenging today. More than 80% of clinical studies fail due to unmet enrollment objectives. Now, all these three situations have one thing in common: accessibility to data and breaking through the information asymmetry. And this is the moment where the idea of Amrit was born. We at Amrit AG, we are currently building one of the largest data exchange platforms to advance medical research for improved health and longevity, letting patients license their data and receiving a financial incentive in return. Now, Amrit means the elixir of longevity. It's a Sanskrit word, and we are democratizing patient data. We want to put the patient in the middle of the healthcare system. Now, how do we do that, and why are we so good at this technology? You're probably asking yourself that question right now. So our mother company, InnoPlexus AG, has built more than 10 years ago a large virtual life science platform, OntoSite, with which they are crawling daily more than 10 million data sets, extracting the data, structuring the data, and making it searchable for pharmaceutical companies. Public data, research data, clinical data, everything at one view for pharma companies. And with that insight and information, pharma companies can help pharma companies to design better drugs and to use it in their drug discovery programs. And this technology competence we are using at Amrit. We are extracting real-world data, we are anonymizing the data sets, and putting them into a data catalog. And this data is then searchable for pharma companies. So let's have a look at how exactly that works. So step number one is, of course, getting the data. So there are two different streams: patients who can share their data through an application. We have launched two applications, one for oncology and one for neurology patients. And then this data is being anonymized and put into the data catalog. The second part would be, if you're a hospital or a physician running a practice, you can as well share your data, and it is the same process. We anonymize it and it gets into our data catalog. And step number two is then the data matching. So pharma companies can create research projects and can exactly say which use cases or which project requirements they have, and then the actual matching takes place. And step number three, a data licensing agreement, a smart contract is being initiated, and only then the data transfer takes place. And the second group is clinical research organizations. If they're looking for patients to match into clinical trials, also here the data catalog can help, and matching into clinical trials can be facilitated. We are acting as a facilitator between patients and pharma or CROs here in this ecosystem. And the best thing about this is the data owner gets the financial incentive in return because his data is being used to advance medical research, and we want to give the value of the data back to the patients. And of course, the data quality is essential for our business case. So how do we ensure that the data quality meets the quality standards of the pharma company and the CROs? We are having a lot of work before the transfer into the data catalog. We are validating all data sets with medical experts. Everything is secured via encrypted and secured via blockchain technology, so that every data owner is the patient remains the data owner. So coming back to the patient, patients are using our oncology app, Courier, and they can get real-time information about services, experts, treatment options, which clinical trials can I participate or are suitable for me, and they can share all these information with their oncologist. So the oncologist, the person of trust, the treating physician, is being taken along in this journey. And a second step here is how they can actually participate actively in research. They can provide their consent and state that they wish to participate in research projects, and then their data sets will be anonymized and then transferred to the Amrit ecosystem. And also within this app, we provide the patient a community to get in touch with patient advocacy groups and with other services or digital healthcare service providers that really help patients during this difficult time. And this is very much appreciated by most of our users to have such community in this situation. Now for hospitals, again, to show you the steps, if you're a hospital or a physician running a practice, and you would like to share the data sets because you believe in the fact that data sharing is beneficial, and as we have heard the previous speakers, how much value also patients get when the insights of data are being used correctly, then we can support you because your data stays on your premise. We are not removing anything from you, from your data sets. We are extracting then and analyzing, structuring your data on your premise, and then it is being anonymized, and only then it is being transferred onto the ecosystem, and then only licensees can use and search the right data sets that they need for their project. So we are currently partnering with the University Clinic of Mainz, for instance, who is one of our project partners. And for them, we have built an AI-based decision tool to support tumor conferences in the urology department. So what we have done is we have used historical data sets from 2015 to 2021 and extracted and structured them. And now today in the tumor conferences, the oncologists and the experts can use our AI-based decision tool to make faster and better decisions based on the data. So here again, this can be very useful for you from hospitals, or if you're running your own practice, to get in touch with real-world data and to use it. And here as well, we can help you to create value. So if you're interested to join the ecosystem, you're asking yourself, okay, what is the actual value that I get when I work with Amrit? So step number 1 is we can support you to digitize your data if not already digitized. Of course, we can help you also to work with your internal data sets. We can create individual dashboards so that you have a 360 view about your patients, real time. And then, of course, having the great access to our virtual life science platform, OntoSite, we can provide you access to current clinical studies and advance, therefore, the patient care and improve patient attention and efficiency for the physicians. If you are participating in our data licensing projects and you are having a consent from the patient that you can use their data sets for research projects, then also the revenue that you get, that we get from a pharma company for a licensing agreement will be with you. And you can, of course, use Amrit as a flagship program for clinical research, because we are also supporting you with the resources. We understand how difficult the situation is in the clinics, that there is no capacity for IT support for people who are building up infrastructure. And so here we are supporting with our resources to get the hardware set up and to help you to extract and structure your data, the connection to the patient management system. All this we are taking care of. Now, I was here 1 year ago, the same conference in Frankfurt, and it was the first time that we talked about Amrit. And there it was in the very beginning. And today I can proudly say we have more than 1.6 million patient data by now through collaboration with international partners. And we have more than 2 million patients who downloaded our apps and who are interested in exactly these free services that we provide. And there's a lot more coming in the next weeks and months. My name is Nadine Ebmeyer, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Amrit AG. And I would like to invite all of you to join our booth and to join Amrit ecosystem to advance medical research. Thank you.